My prayer for you is that you will know the joy of God's hope at work in your life. Joining me today is Larry Baker, a member of Trinity Baptist Church. You'll hear me briefly introduce Larry and then a faith sharing that he gave in a recent worship experience. It was actually the first Sunday of Advent, the season we prepare in the celebration of Christmas. It was the Sunday of hope. Hear Larry's story as a way of hearing God's hope stirring in your life. Hope in the midst of tough times in our life and despair in our world. And therefore, people who are wanting to believe in hope need people who can carry the light through their lives. Larry Baker is one of those people in my life and a part of our Trinity family. He has served in various ways across our globe, including being a leader with the Peace Corps in the 1970s in troubled times in Africa. A businessman, and he is a person now who is continuing to lead within the major enterprise of helping disabled people have opportunities in life. He's a fellow believer, a member of our church. He's also being treated right now for cancer. And as I've been with Larry, I have felt the hope of God's great love for eternity and on earth radiating from his life, and asked him to come and share for a moment.
Hello. I never thought I'd be standing in front of a group of people talking about this, because I never thought that I would be in a situation where I had pancreatic cancer. I was a little bit disturbed when the doctors came to me and said, guess what? You know that gallbladder we were taking out? Well, there was another thing we found, which was a tumor. Now, many Christians, when they find that kind of word, and get that kind of word, I'm sure, get a little bit angry. And the reason is that all of a sudden our plan becomes much more important than God's plan. And our plan is to live a long life and to share the Lord, absolutely. But the reality is that our plan doesn't mean anything. In my sitting there thinking this over, I came to the conclusion, as I have with everything in my life, my word, what a new adventure. Now that may sound flippant to some, but for me, it's an adventure. And I had a procedure done that is, I gather, quite involved. It's called a Whipple procedure. I thought when they said it was a Whipple procedure that had something to do with Charmin tissue and not squeezing it. But I found out that this is much more involved. I was supposed to be in the hospital for 12 to 14 days. I fooled them. I got out in 6. The reason was I had things to do. I discovered that this malady that I presently have is a wonderful opportunity. It's an opportunity to witness. It is absolutely amazing when you say to someone that I have cancer, they react a certain way. And then you say you have pancreatic cancer, and it is amazing. Many times people will take a step back because they think they're talking to a dead man. I think that was probably caused by Patrick Swayze. I don't know if you remember, he was a victim of pancreatic cancer. But I thought about it and I said, wait a minute. I solved this thing in 1957. People looked at me when I say that. I became a Christian in 1957. So what I'm facing now, that's light work, because I've got the Lord on my side. There are unprecedented opportunities then to witness, as long as you realize one thing. There's 2 words that are very much alike, and that one is victim, and the other is victor. I choose victor, and I choose it because I choose to walk with God. So I'd like to thank everyone here in Trinity Baptist. I had lots of visits at the hospital. Les, John, and all kinds of people came up to see me, and it was a blessing. So I thank you all for that, and I look forward to the coming years and where I can be a better Christian and more of a witness for my Savior. Thank you.